Welcome back to my morning report analysis videos on Tuesday the 6th of June with me, which market analyst at Markets looking at euro dollar. And we've seen a bit of consolidation of euro dollar in the last sort of day or so. I don't think it's going to be a consolidation that gets sort of ultimately turns into a corrective move. You sort of look at the upside break that we saw on Friday above that 1267 resistance, and I think that that is just a continuation of this sort of trend of higher lows, higher highs, buying into weakness, and I think that ultimately this is going to be proving to be another buying opportunity. You look at the momentum indicators, all pretty strongly configured. You would argue that the MACD line's a little bit sluggish at the moment, but certainly stochastics and RSI are still pretty strong. And I think that there is certainly an opportunity to buy if you get weak or a little bit of a corrective move. Now you've got the initial support that comes in at 12 big figure really. Within this range, a couple of lows on Thursday, Friday last week, above their 11 big figure long-term pivot with that 1108 key low that we saw last week. I think that any sort of corrective move seems to be sort of being bought into now. Yesterday's low around 1233. Yeah, I mean that's initially supportive, but you look at this hourly chart and you say every time sort of recently the hourly RSI gets towards that 40 level, it gets bought into. Every time the sort of MACD lines get back towards neutral, it is seen as supportive. So I think unless you sort of broke below 12 figure at the moment, you'd still be looking out sort of an intraday correction today to be a buying opportunity. Below 12 figure, I think you're then sort of back in the realms of maybe even sort of correcting back to 11 figure again, but I'm not expecting that. I think 12 figure is likely to still hold, and I think the Euro bulls are still in control of this chart despite that little bit of a near-term dip. I think it will be a buying opportunity. So you've got the resistance at 1285 of Friday's high, and that comes in just underneath the 13 big figure key high. So let's change that now. 13 big figure key high, and it is likely to, I think, come under test in due course. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.